Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am LG. I'm an international student studying here in Europe under the Erasmus Mundus Master's Degree Scholarship. I make videos about scholarships, most especially the Erasmus Mundus Master's Degree Scholarship, and also about my lifestyle and travel across Europe as an international student. So for this video today, I'm going to tell you guys and show you guys everything you need to know about the Erasmus Mundus Master's Degree Scholarship. Say for example, you've never heard anything about the scholarship before, or maybe you've heard about the scholarship but you don't know what exactly it is about. This video is for you. Take it from 0 to 100 and show you everything you need to know to apply for the scholarship, to understand the timeline of applications, to understand how to navigate the websites and everything, and I give you resources and tips on how to make a very good and strong application package. So for this video, I will be making reference to my program here because I'm actually in the best Erasmus Mundus program ever. This is the densest program. This is decentralized smart energy systems. So everything I will be showing you, everything I'll be demonstrating, things I'll be talking about will be related to that particular line. But it also applies, it also cuts across similar programs like it. Without further ado, let's get into it. So what is the Erasmus Mundus Master's Degree Scholarship? So this scholarship is a 2 years Master's Degree Scholarship. It's sponsored by the European Commission and it's organized by European universities. So 2 or more universities come together to form a consortium. So they design the program, the curriculum and everything, the mobility scheme, everything about it. And they submit this proposal to the European Commission, which then gives them funding. So basically, this scholarship is different from other scholarships in the sense that it's big on mobility. So what does this mean? The mobility scheme means that you need to study at least a minimum of 2 European universities, which is amazing because you get to travel and get to experience the culture of different countries. So for my program, I'll be studying in France for a year and also in Spain for my second year. But you can have options for different countries depending on your program. So at the end of your program, you get a double master's degree given to you by your universities. This is how it works. So this is why the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship is a bit different from the other scholarships. So for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, you do not apply to a university per se. You apply to a consortium. So the European universities, they form a consortium and you apply to the program. You apply directly to the program, not to the universities. So it's important for you to know that. Also, you're allowed to apply to a maximum of 3 programs. So the Erasmus Mundus Catalog contains up to over 100 programs you could apply to, but you are only allowed to apply to a maximum of 3 out of these programs. It's important for you to remember that. What is the timeline for application like? So generally, applications differ from programs to programs. So, but generally, programs will usually open applications from like August or September, and it's usually run for like 3 months and end like January or February. It's important for you to know what your program's website is saying concerning the timeline. So for Densis, for example, we opened application for the next cohort last month, that was September, and it runs across to January. So depending on your program, you have different timelines. All right, so what is the scholarship like? Basically, the scholarship is divided into 2. There's scholarships for program country, there are also scholarship for partner country. Yeah, this could be confusing in a bit, but hold on and explain to you. Program countries are countries that are resident within Europe or the European Union or have affiliations to European Union, while partner countries are countries that are outside of this bracket. So for example, if you're from Africa, you're from Asia, you would be listed among the program country partners. And there's not really much difference. It just shows that whenever you're applying to these things, you need to specify where you are so that it determines the financial package you get. The financial package for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship is really mouth-watering, and here you get monthly stipends and also travel allowance and also installation allowance when you're coming from your country, to Europe. And you can get more description about this on the Erasmus Mundus website, which I'll show you just in a bit. So now that you have a brief overview of what the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship is like, now I want to explain to you how you can apply, what the application process is like, and everything in between. All right, so now you know you can only apply to a maximum of 3 programs. It's not compulsory to apply to all 3 programs. You could apply to just 1 or just 2, but don't go above 3. The reason why is if you apply to more than 3, even if you get into any one of them, you lose your scholarship. So it's important for you to keep note of that. Also, you apply directly to the program and not to individual universities. So I would walk you through the website, how to apply and everything, and I'll do that in a bit. So basically, you want to check the catalog to see the programs that fit with your background. So once you found them out, then you make applications to them. You go through the program's website to see the programs that fit your interest and also matches your background. It's really important. The ones that fit your interest and the ones that match to your background. All right, so once you've gone through the catalog and you've identified the programs you're interested in, now it's time for you to go to the individual programs website and research about it. You check the admission requirement, you check the required documents that are required for you to make your applications, and every other thing in between. Some of the required documents for Erasmus include your academic CV, your statement of purpose, international passport, sometimes an English proficiency test. Some programs actually waive this test for people from English speaking backgrounds, but you need to check the website to know where you fall into in this category. Also, you could be required to make a motivation video to explain your motivations for the program. Some programs may require you to have an interview with the coordinators. It's the Erasmus Mundus Catalog. First of all, you make a simple Google search, Erasmus Mundus Catalog. Then once you go in, this is the catalog. It contains over 149 programs you can apply to. You can search by keywords, by country, and the like. So, but our advice, if you're just starting out, it's better if you go through each program individually, to check for the ones that really catch your interest and the ones that match with your background. So, like I said at the beginning, I'll be using my program, the best program in the world, Dances, as an example. So, this is how to go about it. So, if I put in a keyword for dances and I make a search, so now I can now navigate this website. So now it's important for you to understand two things here. Here takes me to the consortium website. Let me show you. All right, so this is the consortium website. It just gives a summary of what the program is about and also some other things. So you could just get a brief overview of what the program is about here. But for you to get the main gist, it's on the next page. So for this now, this is the program's website. So this particular part is what contains the admission requirements, the document, the everything you need, to apply. You get it on this website. So it's the same thing for every other program. So let's go into this website and see. All right, so this is the Dances website, and here you can find overview about Dances. You can check the timeline. For example, now how to apply. The program is currently open and is open up to 28th of January. You can apply now. There are some other info, what the program is about, the universities, that are involved in the programs, what you're looking for. This particular part is really important. So if you're checking it for your program, it's important to read stuff like this because it helps you to understand what you're looking for and how you can match your essays to exactly what they want. So once you're on the program website, what you need to look out for, the main things here is the admission requirement. This is where you get all the gist. This is where you get everything that is important for you, to make a successful application. So let's go in there. So for the admission requirement, you can read all of the detail. These are the backgrounds that are necessary for you to come in. So for example, now if you want to come into this program and you do not have an engineering background, say you have something from the arts, it would be counterintuitive, to even think of applying to something like this. Do you understand?
Then another thing to take note here is, say for example, you are from an engineering background and your program is not explicitly mentioned here. You could message the program coordinators to ask if you can apply. But take note that you need to have like some similarity in background before you can able to take this step. Language requirement. So you check this out and you can see what is required, what they need, if you're exempted. So you see that there's some people that are exempted, graduates from nationals, from English. There's some candidate that are accepted and is listed here. So you just check the list, you go out. So this is how you navigate the website. This is the selection procedure. These are the things that are required. So you can see here, these are the marks that are allocated to it. This marks is really important. So you can gauge yourself even before you even start making any application or writing any essays or anything. So you have a video self-presentation video component. You also have recommendation letters, and everything is allotted marks to help you to really gauge yourself. Then also this is just where you get all of the info. So you just take your time, you read everything about it, the gender balance, and yeah. So tips on how to make successful application. In fact, because my program is the best, they give you tips on how to successfully apply. So there are stuff like, so there's frequently asked questions, there's everything you need to know about it. Now you have the link to the application platform. So you go into the link and make your application. So for example, let's go in. So this is where you apply now, you register, you put in all your documents and everything. So the deadline is written here boldly, so you do not forget. And everything I need to know is so simple. This is why the program is the best.
All right, so first of all, do you need a first class to apply for Erasmus Mundus Scholarship or to win the scholarship? No, a big no. You do not need a first class. People with second class or par have been able to win this. Even people with HND degrees have been able to win the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. What just means is that it's more competitive for you, compared to somebody that has an higher academic profile. One question: do you need to write GRE or TOEFL to apply for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship? The answer is no. You do not need the GRE to apply for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. And for the TOEFL, it's dependent on your program. So it differs from program to program, and it differs on your language speaking background. So if you're an English national, if your program decides to waive it for people from your country, then you don't need to write. But it's advisable, to write the English proficiency test, just to increase your profile and make you stand out. What makes a good application package? Actually, this question is really tricky because there's a lot involved. The admission committees, they review the whole application package in totality. So they review it holistically. So, but basically, on an average level, a good academic profile, a good CV, also, good essays that convey your motivation, and also if you have a video component, a good video. Also, if you have an interview, you do your interview well. These are the kind of things that help you. Then most especially if you have experience, work experience in that particular area where your program are looking for candidates from, is good for you. Once you can mention that in your SOP and your essay, you get to stand out. Also, volunteering experiences is really important. If you volunteered for some major courses or you've done something in the line, of your field or your program, it's really boost your profile. Also, leadership experience. So if you've had some form of leadership experience, it's good for you to include it in your application package, because this would make you an all-round better applicant.
That could help you with your application. The the first one is some Facebook page. So, for example, if you're from Nigeria, it's important for you to follow this page. Like, I don't think there's anybody that is serious about applying for this scholarship and that is not going to be following this page on Facebook. They are the best. This is where you get all of the tips. So you follow them and go through the post. So the first post, there's a pin post about the Erasmus scholarship guide. It contains info about everything you need to know how to make successful application. In fact, it has input from over 15 plus scholars. link to useful resources, and everything in between. So this PDF is a must-have if you're really serious about. Also, they regularly post updates about application once applications are open. Also, if you go down the list, you can check for scholars testimonies. So when scholars win their scholarships, the they give like an overview of their profile, which is helpful for you because you can get to gauge yourself and see how you stand compared to previous winners. It's really important. This Facebook page, it's this Facebook page is going to up your game. It's important for you to follow. Also, if you're from other countries, you have similar communities like this. I know the people from Pakistan have a very vibrant community. Also, they are the ones for Ghana. You just need to check for your country and look for it. But say for example, you can't find for your country, you can always come here and like this and check info from this. It all works together.
Alright, I hope you have a better understanding of what the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship is right now. So I will drop links to some of the things I mentioned in the video down in the description below. Also, I made a YouTube playlist of videos that can help you with your letter of motivation, how to write it, and experiences from different scholars. I'll drop all of the resources down in the description below so you can check it out for yourself and help yourself to have a fighting chance. I hope to see you in the next video. You guys take care, stay safe. I wish you all the best. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.